Giving examples in IELTS Writing Task 2 is pretty significant, and most of the people do not understand the logics of giving example and the rules associated with the same. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the thumb rules associated with giving examples in IELTS Writing Task 2. Please understand that Writing Task 2 holds a weightage of 6th band out of 9, and the first rule for giving examples is understanding the importance of giving example. देखिए, you need to give examples in both body paragraphs, and it is highly recommended that you include at least 1 or 2 clear examples in your entire essay. IELTS का रियल एग्जाम का क्वेश्चन पेपर देखते हैं और देखते हैं कि एग्जाम्पल्स देने के बारे में IDP का IELTS का रूल क्या है। किसी भी राइटिंग टास्क 2 के ऐसे के बाद लिखा जाता है, गिव रीजंस फॉर योर आंसर एंड इंक्लूड एनी रेलेवेंट एग्जाम्पल्स फ्रॉम योर ओन नॉलेज एंड एक्सपीरियंस। देखिए, आपको IELTS के राइटिंग की इंस्ट्रक्शंस ही कह रही है कि आपको एग्जाम्पल्स, क्लियर एग्जाम्पल्स देने हैं अपने आइडिया को सपोर्ट करने के लिए। सो यहां से क्लियर होता है दैट एग्जाम्पल्स शुड बी गिवन इन ईच बॉडी पैराग्राफ and there should be at least 2 examples in entire 250 to 280, 90 words essay. Apart from that, the second rule is use generalization. Talk in general, write in general rather than giving statistics. अगर आप अभी भी ये कर रहे हैं according to a survey conducted by Who's Who, according to the World Bank, according to Cambridge University or this and that, ये बहुत गलत तरीका है examples देने का, and you have to talk in general. तो देख लेते हैं कि when I say कि आपको general example देने हैं, तो let's look at some of the words जो ये बताएंगे कि example specific नहीं general है, जैसे कि many companies or many people or a large number of something, a huge number of something, millions of people. You can talk about majority of people, and you can also use most of. If you pay attention to your screen, you will find these words which make an example general rather than specific. So statistics का use और false statistics का use बिल्कुल इस्तेमाल नहीं करना. The third rule is you should not mention yourself or your friends or family in your examples. आपको personal pronouns usually writing task 2 में इस्तेमाल नहीं करने होते, and candidates as aspirants are usually told to refrain from giving their own examples or talking about their own family. So rule number 3, don't quote yourself. Don't write examples related to you, your family, and your personal life. Another rule, never end a body paragraph with an example. क्यों? Why should we not end a body paragraph with an example? इसका सिंपल सा रूल ये है कि एग्जाम्पल का इस्तेमाल आपके बॉडी पैराग्राफ के मेन आइडिया को स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाने के लिए है, और वो आपके मेन आइडिया को जब आप उसको एक्सटेंड कर रहे हैं तो एग्जाम्पल इज अ सोर्स विच कैन मेक योर आइडिया मोर कॉन्क्रीट एंड इट कैन मेक योर आइडिया मोर स्ट्रॉन्ग. सो आप एग्जाम्पल पे बॉडी पैराग्राफ खत्म नहीं कर सकते. एग्जाम्पल बॉडी पैराग्राफ के बीच में कहीं पर हो, लेकिन एग्जाम्पल से बॉडी पैराग्राफ एंड नहीं होना चाहिए. रूल नंबर 4 था ये. इफ यू लुक एट रूल नंबर 5, गुड एग्जाम्पल स्टार्ट विद अ साइन पोस्ट. व्हाट इज अ साइन पोस्ट? साइन पोस्ट वैसा ही है जिस तरह से कभी आप अगर हाईवे पे ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं तो आपको पता चलता है कि अब एक स्पीड ब्रेकर आने वाला है, या फिर एक शार्प टर्न, या फिर फ्लाईओवर आने वाला है. उसी तरह से साइन पोस्ट एग्जाम्पल्स के लिए वो वर्ड्स हैं जो रीडर को बताते हैं कि अब एग्जाम्पल आने वाला है, इसीलिए उसको साइन पोस्ट बोलते हैं. सो कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट साइन पोस्ट देख लेते हैं. सबसे पहले सच एज. वैसे तो एग्जाम्पल्स देने के वक्त ये बोलना फॉर एग्जाम्पल सबसे सेफ और सबसे बेस्ट साइन पोस्ट है, या फिर टू एग्जाम्पलीफाई, बट लेट्स लुक एट सम ऑफ द मोर वेरिएशंस और देखते हैं कि और बेहतर तरीके क्या हैं एग्जाम्पल को कहने के लिए. सो सबसे अच्छा है सच एज. लेट्स लुक एट द स्क्रीन एंड अंडरस्टैंड हाउ कैन वी यूज सच एज इन आवर एग्जाम्पल. मेनी पीपल टुडे ईट टू मच फास्ट फूड, सच एज हैमबर्गर्स एंड सैंडविचेस. इस सच एज को एग्जाम्पल के बीच में इस्तेमाल करना है. लेट्स यूज सच एज इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ एग्जाम्पल. फास्ट फूड such as hamburgers and sandwiches can have a damaging effect on people's health. दूसरा साइन पोस्ट, take X for an example, take dash for an example. Let's look at a real example. Take fast food, for example. Even eating out once or twice a week can have negative impact on your health, as most shop-bought food is high in sodium and saturated fat. तो आप देखें, take dash for an example और take x for an example का इस्तेमाल कैसे किया जा सकता है. एक और अच्छा साइन पोस्ट है, a good illustration of this is dash. Let's look at an example. A good illustration of this is McDonald's and Domino's, the largest fast food chain in the world. तो यहां पर हमने इस्तेमाल किया a good illustration of this is. एक और साइन पोस्ट एग्जाम्पल देने के लिए है, in fact, people often eat unhealthy food without realizing it. In fact, many yogurts are labeled with low fat but they contain high amounts of sugar. तो इसमें हमने इस्तेमाल किया in fact का. एक और तरीका है, एक और साइन पोस्ट है जो आप लिख सकते हैं जब आप एग्जाम्पल देने जा रहे हैं, वो है a strong piece of evidence. इसका इस्तेमाल देखते हैं. As a strong piece of evidence, many sports brands such as Adidas and Nike pay professional athletes millions of dollars to endorse their products. यहां पर आप ध्यान दें अपनी स्क्रीन पे, आप as a strong piece of evidence को भी इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं अपना एग्जाम्पल देने के लिए. Let's look at one sample where an example is not so appropriate, the example is not so effective, versus another sample for the same body paragraph जहां पर example इन rules के मुताबिक लिखा गया है. आप अपनी स्क्रीन पर ध्यान दें, pay attention to your screen. Let's look at the task. Nowadays, more and more people consume fast food on a regular basis. Why is this so? Let's look at the body paragraph. To begin with, people are experiencing a hectic lifestyle which does not allow them to prepare meals at home. This way, they can eat whatever comes handy. Also, with such busy schedule, they are not able to indulge themselves in any sort of physical activity and live a sedentary lifestyle. अब आता है example. अब बहुत लोग इस्तेमाल करते हैं to epitome. आप ये भी समझिए कि epitome तो example का synonym है ही नहीं. Anyway, let's look at a bad example. To epitome, a recent report published in New York Times reveals that almost 60% of population of the world is more interested in consuming fast food owing to their busy schedule, which consequently leads to obesity and other health hazards. In this example, false statistics have been used, which is not recommended for giving an example. In this example, a recent report published in New York Times reveals, it's again fake, and you're not supposed to give a fake data or fake report in your example. And let's look at a better version of giving the same example. To begin with, people are experiencing a hectic lifestyle which does not allow them to prepare meals at home. This way, they eat whatever comes handy. Also, with such busy schedule, they are not able to indulge themselves in any sort of physical activity and live a sedentary lifestyle. And here comes the example. A strong piece of evidence could be perhaps a majority of employees. So instead of writing 60%, 70%, we have generalized it. A majority of employees who work with multinational companies under immense pressure and for comparatively longer hours choose to order food rather than cooking. This is rather a good example where I haven't provided, where there are no statistics or data, no false report, and generalization and signpost has been used very, very effectively. So understand, I'm going to take you through these rules once more. And the 5 rules are: 1. You need to add examples in both body paragraphs because your task itself in the real exam says that you have to include relevant examples from your own experience and knowledge. Write in general rather than specific. Don't write 60%, write many. Don't write 99%, rather write a large number or a huge number. Majority, millions, most of are some of the techniques where you can make statistics into general examples. Rule number 3, You should not mention yourself or your friends or family in your examples. So no personal examples at all, and do not mention yourself. Fourth, never end a body paragraph with an example. Ending a body paragraph with an example is a disaster because example itself supports the main idea, and by giving example, you're supporting the main idea, not ending your idea. Fifth one, good examples start with signpost, words like such as or take dash for an example, and you can go back to the video and look at some of the more signposts. And these were the 5 thumb rules for giving examples in IELTS Writing Task 2. You can pause the video, you can go back and practice them, because at Insignia Overseas, we make sure that we make IELTS simple for you. My name is Vikas and I represent Insignia Overseas Kurukshetra. Have a fabulous day.